Banlist has just dropped. This is not a drill. New Yu-Gi-Oh! Banlist has just dropped. This is not a drill. First things first, when the hell exactly did the last one come out? Well, actually, no. Now I remember that the last Yu-Gi-Oh! Banlist actually came into effect October 3rd, which was a Monday, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the previous ban list came into effect here, October 3rd, and now that I think about it, I vaguely remembered said list being announced on the prior week, so the 26th of September, so not even 2 months later, not even like a month after the new Shizu cards dropped, we got a new ban list. Okay, so I didn't even have time to make any predictions as to what was going to get hit, unhit, etc. But some of my predictions from 2 months ago are still going to carry over, such as Scythe Forbidden, Mystic Mind Forbidden, because so many people just seem to have it out for that card, and I understand why. I mean, of course, I had to try it, and didn't really get too far with it. I mean, the one, like, notable moment I had, like, in person, like, in a regional qualifier, I basically just played it, and my opponent literally just gave up. Didn't even try to see, like, how the rest of the duel would play out. Yeah, said same guy gave up, like, game one from, like, me resolving a D-shifter who was playing, like, tier elements. This was, like, before the Ishizu stuff. He was also playing, like, punk cards, but yeah, mainly tier elements, so of course I would just use D-shifter, and he wouldn't even try, he'd kind of just, like, scoop, and then he'd basically do the same on game two against Mystic Mine. Though I had no real game plan that I could think of past playing the Mystic Mine and just hoping for the best. So they banned Scythe because, yeah, I'm guessing Scythe got banned. Yeah, I predicted Dimension Shifter would get hit next list. Maybe that's gonna go to 1 because it can literally just warp a game around itself if it resolves. Right, so Scythe Forbidden, Mind Forbidden, D-Shifter to 1. Also assuming they're gonna be hitting some of these Shizu cards. Keldo and Medora can each just shuffle like up to 3 cards from either player's graveyards into their decks. That just definitely makes it like, yeah, that just makes it so that most graveyard decks that can't get the same amount of resources up and running that Shizu tiers can get cannot fairly compete, really. Just makes it very difficult for like just about any other graveyard based deck to try and compete on a Shizu tier level because of all of that disruption that they're gaining from just those cards. So Keldo to 1, Medora to 1. I had like what, like not even like 15 minutes to come up with these predictions, but first things first, Scythe Forbidden. So this is the new list, right? Previous October list will remain in effect until... This is still the same list, right? Are you sure? Well, I have to scroll down, because... Well, we'll probably see some changes as we scroll down. I'm still surprised that Scythe isn't here. Mystic Mine probably... I'm guessing Mystic Mine got finally banned now. No new forbidden monsters, at least not main deck ones. Okay. Curious? The Lightsworn Dim... Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, it wasn't him that was letting people just set whatever trap in their deck. It was Nightmare Griffin. No, it was Curious who was just dumping whatever card, like, the player so desired, to then have Nightmare Griffin go set it, such as, I go play Curious, I dump Eradicator Epidemic Virus, and then I go into Nightmare Griffin with him and one of my other, like, random monsters just lying around because I'm playing a combo-heavy deck and I can just shit out monsters like it's nothing. And then I have my Griffin just set, my Eradicator Epidemic, assuming I'm going first, yeah. And then I just flip it, declare spell, and probably likely have a monster lying around with the combo heavy plays that tier elements can do. And then, yeah, speaking of which, is Eradicator gonna get hit? I don't know. So that's one card just out the door. I see. Only banned so far. I don't know, this could be a small list because, I don't know. Not even like 2 months later. Yeah, the previous list wasn't even 2 months ago, so maybe this is just going to be a small one. Okay, Mystic Mind Forbidden. There we go. Okay, no longer am I... Okay. There was that guy I literally was playing against, like, there was, like, one guy I was playing against last weekend at Locals, who basically had, like, a pure Mystic Mind deck. That deck is pretty much dead, I think. I mean, there are, like, other floodgates, like Rivalry and whatnot, that are probably still gonna be in the game, goes in match. And not to mention, you can just combine that with cards like Ojama Duo and Trio to just force monsters on your opponent's field. Yeah, if you can just force, like, those Ojama tokens on the opponent's field, and then just say, I don't know, like, they're not playing Beast-type monsters or Light-type monsters, and you have, like, either Gozen or Rivalry out, there's still not much they can do unless, but still. Definitely, like, a welcome change to the format. I accept this. 2 cards that are now newly forbidden. That's it. Or what got put to 1, though? I'm guessing Kaldwin Medora and D-Shifter. No Dimension Shifter. Yep. I don't know, that might... I don't know, good chance that's still at 3. Anything? Herald of Orange Light to 1. Yeah, that's that card you can just discard, like, it and any other fairy type, just negate any monster effect. So we got at least 2 D-Shifters, and now only 1 Herald of Orange Light, so... Yep. I get more favorable matchups now with my Dimension Shifters. Yay. That's it! Literally 3 changes so far to the list, and we've already scrolled, like, nearly, like, 75% of the way down. Yeah, the biggest one so far being, like, the Mystic Mine. Okay, something else must have come off the list. Pot of Desire stayed at 2, though. What was this again? Recital Starling something? Some random Xyz monster, I don't know what it is. And then whatever other card was here is like... Okay, Sekka's Light is still at 1. That was one I was just predicting. Can't really do that much in a deck that, I don't know. Because that basically just locks you into, like, not using any other spells and traps. Like, that just locks you out of, like, almost 2/3 of the game. So that's why I'm predicting that's gonna just come off the list eventually, but no, it's still at 1. And no one's playing it. I was thinking maybe this was gonna get eventually forbidden. Or called by the grave. Well, I guess more so this, like, due to the nature that it got put to 1 last list, it could just basically, like, single-handedly end games. Considering just how fast Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in 2022. But no, like, aside from 3 cards, everything has stayed exactly where it is. Well, 4. Whoa! Oh, what? Wow, okay. This one makes a lot of sense. I mean, Metaverse being at 1 to just limit the avenues which a player can take to access their Mystic Mine at instant speed, this makes sense. This, I guess, also makes sense. Who is this guy? Who's Mr. Tellarknight Ptolemaeus? Who is now no longer on the list from, like, was forbidden. Yeah, these two. Especially, like, yeah, especially both Fisher and Macrocosmos. I can now run a 3 if I want. Okay, then. I see. I guess we're barely gonna actually hit the Ishizu cards. No, we're not even gonna hit the Ishizu cards at all. We're only gonna hit the hand trap. And instead, just going to put, like, more floodgates that just basically shut down the deck entirely into the game. Okay, that was probably the biggest surprise. I guess, like, the real biggest thing on this quick list is the Mystic Mine Forbidden, because, well, no longer have to just worry about, like, having a nice board and then just one card single-handedly makes you lose the game because you just don't have the out. Or you're just building your deck in such a way that you're trying to counter the current meta and then just leaving yourself at a natural disadvantage and just dealing with Mystic Mine. Yeah, so for example, like as of late, I've just been like having like fewer ways to just remove Mystic Mine from my opponent's board should they play it, because I've just been trying to max out on Graveyard Hate to deal with Ishizu Tier Elements, and then I just leave myself naturally at a worse like position to try and deal with this, because I have like fewer cards left over to just hit it off. Yeah, so for example, like before the meta just shifted to Tier Elements and the Shizu just dominating, I was playing Lightning Storms, for example, to just... Those could just easily like nuke back row, including the Mystic Mine, but I haven't been playing those in a while, so that's just, of course, like fewer options I have to work with to just out this. I mean, I still have the Cosmic Cyclones, but I've also been finding like less room to have like 3. I'm just currently sitting on 2 of them. So yep, that's a rather small list, but I guess people are just, I don't know, like still gonna be happy about the Mystic Mine. But we still got some weakness. We're still gonna be getting Scythe Lock potentially. There's still gonna be like also the Wind Barrier statue.